training. We have locations in Portland, Salem, Eugene, and Bend. Today I have Tuffli. Tuffli is about 7 months old. He is a German Shepherd mix here for our 2-week board and train program. And Tuffli is here because he just needs some manners. He needs some rules, boundaries, just a good foundation of obedience. He is a strong boy, and his owner is just not big enough or strong enough to handle him even right now, and she's just thinking ahead and really wants to make sure that he doesn't really develop any major pulling issues or reactivity issues that are going to be even more difficult to manage down the road. So she is starting him early, getting a nice good foundation. He's actually really mellow for a puppy, but even still he's just a little too strong for her, and it's difficult to manage. So because of that, his walks have been getting shorter and less frequent, and basically we're just trying to get started early so that he can be a good, well-behaved puppy with a good foundation and just gets used to listening and being obedient right away from an early age. So we're going to use the e-collar to get him paying a bit better attention to us and not every little thing that distracts a puppy, like a bird, anything that moves, basically a blowing leaf in the wind. Get him paying a bit better attention to us, focusing on what we're saying. She has worked with him on the basics, mainly in positive reinforcement only, and so we're going to solidify that and then get him understanding how the e-collar works and paying attention to the e-collar and responding a bit more consistently. Increase the distractions and then start demanding he pay attention to us and not the distractions that are going on around him. We're going to get him exposed to more things, more new things, new dogs, new people, just the world, busy stuff. He really hasn't met too many dogs, and so right now he can be a little cautious, a little unsure. So we want to get him used to seeing dogs, used to just ignoring and walking by or sitting on place and ignoring dogs. So we're going to work a lot on his impulse control and a lot on his leash manners around dogs, so that, like I said, he just learns to ignore them and follow our lead on the walk. We're going to work a lot on his recall. His owner has many acres, and it's not all fenced in, but it's a really good place for him to spread his legs, get his exercise, but she just needs a little bit better control of him when it's time to go in on his recall. He mostly listens, but when he doesn't want to come in, he makes it hard to to catch him, and that's no fun for anybody. So we're going to do a lot of recall work so that he kind of has the space on his property to do what he needs to, run around, explore, but that he's safe about it. And then like I said, we're going to work a lot on impulse control. He is a young, high drive puppy, pretty low excitability right now, and so we are going to just continue that, work a lot on controlling his impulses, looking to us for guidance before he makes decisions like chasing after a squirrel or a bird, and just really controlling himself and learning how to sit and be okay with just observing and not necessarily being up in everything's business or checking everything out, sniffing everything, putting it in his mouth. So we're going to work a ton on his impulse control. We're going to take 2 weeks to do that, so stay tuned, and we will show you a Tuffli who is walking on and off leash, who is recalling 100% of the time, and really ignoring lots of distractions, lots of environmental stimulation and that kind of thing, and still staying focused on us. So stay tuned for that. We'll show you Tuffli. Thanks.
computer to read the day's newspaper. Well, it's not as far-fetched as it may seem. In fact, both local San Francisco papers are investing a lot of money to try and get a service just like that started. Science editor Steve Newman reports on one person already using the brand new system.